Pop quiz. What do rubber bands, bones, and successful organizations have in common? They all get stronger under pressure. Well, at least they're supposed to. But let's be real. Most companies shatter like fine china the moment crisis hits. I'm Che Blackmon, your HR strategist and transformation expert who spent over 20 years watching organizations either crumble or conquer during chaos. And today, we're dissecting why some companies emerge from crisis stronger than ever while others, well, let's just say they become cautionary tales at leadership conferences. Here's the uncomfortable truth nobody wants to admit. Most organizations are fragile. One market shift, one key resignation, one global pandemic, and suddenly everyone's running around like their hair's on fire. But what if I told you there's a third option beyond fragile and resilient? It's called anti-fragility. And before you roll your eyes thinking this is another consultant buzzword, hear me out. Fragile cultures break under pressure. Resilient cultures bounce back. But anti-fragile cultures, they actually get stronger through challenges. They're like that friend who somehow looks better after a breakup. Annoying, but impressive. In my 2 decades transforming organizations, I've noticed something fascinating. The companies that thrive through chaos all have one thing in common. They leverage what I call systemic navigation intelligence. And here's the plot twist. Black women have been modeling this for decades. Think about it. Who in your organization spots problems before they explode? Who builds bridges across departments that barely speak? Who manages to deliver results despite not because of organizational support? Yeah, exactly. During COVID, I watched a healthcare system where units led by Black women had 40% better retention and patient satisfaction, not because they had more resources, because they'd already built distributed support systems and adaptive strategies just to survive their careers. This is what anti-fragile cultures do differently. They build what I outline in my SHIELD framework: distributed leadership networks, psychological safety with accountability, and learning systems that turn every crisis into capability. But here's where most organizations mess up. They wait for the crisis to build resilience. That's like waiting until you're drowning to learn how to swim. Smart? Not so much. Anti-fragile cultures prepare differently. They recognize that those who've navigated systemic challenges, particularly Black women, aren't just survivors. They're anti-fragility experts. They've been building resilience muscles most people don't even know exist. When you tap into this overlooked expertise, when you build systems that strengthen under stress, when you create cultures that transform pressure into power, that's when organizations stop just surviving and start thriving. Look, building an anti-fragile culture isn't about having a better disaster plan. It's about creating an organization that gets stronger every time it's tested. If you're ready to transform your organization from fragile to anti-fragile, grab my free SHIELD Resilience Strategy Guide below. This is the exact framework I use to help leaders build cultures that don't just weather storms, they dance in the rain. And I want to know, what crisis made your organization stronger, or what broke it? Drop a comment because your question might become the next Ask Shay episode. Remember, in a world of constant change, resilience isn't enough. You need anti-fragility, time to build your unbreakable culture. See you in the next Rise and Thrive.